What's up, Rangers? Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
Wait. You're still in my review, Steve. My name's Arnes.
That's what I do. Also, you can see me in the package. Hey, you guys.
Wait. Can you see this? Oh, you can. Look.
It's right by my nose. It's hard to miss. Today, we'll be going over the Kotobukiya Overlord Evileye figure. This is a 1/7 scale pre-painted figure. It says they're right on the front of the box, so I don't have to forget about it. From the anime Overlord, which is actually pretty sweet. But I think my only complaint with Overlord, it's not really a complaint, I think it's just the genre in general, is just there's so many of them. Like, I think at the time, and the reason why I really still appreciate Overlord is the concept of the overpowered main character was still fairly new at the time.
Shut up, Steve.
Like, outside of, like, One Punch Man.
You don't see me talking bad about your animes like Evangelion. And...
You talk bad about Evangelion all the time. I don't want to hear it. I said I like the anime overall. I think it has one of my favorite scenes is when he's fighting the group of 4. And the one girl's like, oh, it's okay. He does have magical powers. And he's like, oh, you can see magic power. Hold on, let me take off this ring. And she's just like, ugh.
Oh my god, we're all dead.
We're all gonna die.
You're dead, bitch.
That episode in particular just kind of tickled my fancy. Now, I'm kind of confused on why this is the first figure you decided to get from Overlord, with her being a more minor character.
Because this is the actual first new figure that came out. I am not paying $700 for Albedo.
Unacceptable. You get her right now.
And I'm not paying like $1,200 for Einzelgon when they're reissuing them. It's like $100.
Well, you can get the the ones where they're in the kimonos.
That's no. $400
for $400. They're like, it'd be like $3 for the pair.
No, they were like $2 something.
No, they were like $1 some. You're thinking of stateside, like importing. It was like, I don't think Irons was like, he's like 150-ish.
It don't matter, like DHL or whatever it is.
It's true, it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it wasn't that bad.
I'm just gonna get like these. There's another Evileye that's coming out. It's on pre-order. There's Imzulgon that's on pre-order. Hopefully you put them on there. And there's Sheltier that's on pre-order.
I don't think I've done Irons per se. I did Sheltier though.
I will break your cankles.
What Irons was there other than the one we just mentioned?
The one that was an Ami, the new one that's coming out in December.
The one where he's in the kimono?
No.
What's the other one?
He is like an actual full-blown outfit.
I don't...
I will.
Google it. Anyways, we're hearing us bicker like a married couple long enough. So without further ado, for the packaging, hopefully I won't knock her out of the... You just slide...
You break that, I will break you.
There we go. For the package, looks like it's banged up the crap, but that's just actually how the package is designed. Kind of gives it like this old feel to it, which I kind of like. You also got
it has to do with her as a character.
Because she's old?
Yeah, because she's technically one of the strongest humans. But she's not a human, she's a vampire.
Something. But for the top of the package, you get some flower embroidery on the top. Back of the package, you get to see that pretty face. Not too much on the side, sadly. Bottom of the package, get some stuff I can't understand, some legal bumbo jumbo, and since we got her opened up out of her cardboard prison, let's get into her. Alright, so for a closer look at Evileye's details for her head sculpt, pretty freaking nice. I do like the eyes. To be fair, they're maybe like a little faded looking.
I don't know if that's like the whole trick to it or what, but it definitely, like, you can tell it's a little faded.
Yeah, it's like if you look straight on, it's not that crisp. But when you bend it up and like the light's kind of reflecting off it, it definitely shows off the detailing a little bit better. But I don't know, she's kind of got like I don't want to say it's like a depressed face, but kind of like a I guess longing maybe would be the word. Maybe like she's wishing for something.
Oh, I know what she's wishing for. The whole point of the anime with her and Imzulgon.
She wants the momon.
Oh, yeah.
All the momon all up in her. Anyways, for the hair, looks pretty good. Because I guess she's supposed to be a blonde. It's a little bit orange-ish. It's a little bit brighter at the top of the head here, and then coming down into her veins, which kind of go every which way.
I don't know how old. I think she's like 150s in the anime, so.
Something. Google it.
I don't know.
You got one job, and that's to Google. But her hair kind of goes, tapers into the back of her cape cowl thing. But it does look really nice. You do get this like unsightly seam line on the top of the head here, but for hair, it's kind of to be expected. Moving down the rest of the figure here, you do get her mask, which she's kind of holding off to the side. Has the little gem on the top of the mask. You also get the giant sword here that's kind of stabbing into the ground, which looks really nice, actually. You get like some separation here in the rock, so you can see where it's kind of cleaved through. Base looks nice too. It's got a good wash. Also has this on it. Feet look like they're pretty decently attached to it as well. Because you can see the way she's kind of walking on it, it almost makes sense. Like there's not like really much air. She's got a decent amount of what appears to be leverage. For the actual cape, which is flowing around, it's definitely tattered. It's seen better days. Got some holes here on the bottom, a little bit of shading here to make the creases look a little bit darker to give it some shadowing. Definitely see a lot more of it underneath her hair in the hood piece, which looks cool. I do love, like, especially with this figure here, where a lot of her like accents are just kind of flowing everywhere.
Yeah.
But her hair still kind of like makes sense, because to me it kind of looks like the wind's blowing down on her, especially with the way like the dress is coming around her body here, which has a lot of pointy bits on it too, which has some more shading on it. You got the chain on the back here, which is attached to both of her biceps.
Yeah, the whole thing is if she releases her full power, she dies. So that's like kind of restraint.
Oh, okay. Yeah, as I said, to be honest, I don't know much about Overlord outside of the anime, so I know she appeared in it, but like I know jack about her. You got the little bracelet here on her wrist. She also kind of looks cold to me. Which, granted, the way her outfit is, like you can see her skin here, and like the wind's coming on her. Like I'd imagine you'd be a little bit chilly. It's got a little hole here in the stockings. Feet. It's kind of got like some wizard shoes going on. Another bracelet, which is actually on the opposite side, because this would be her left hand, right foot. Okay, nice little upshot. She is definitely wearing some undergarments, which is good to see.
Steve had to pull a Steve to look at her panties.
Heck yes. For the blade here, one other thing I mentioned, it's got this nice pearl blue for the underside. Same with on the top. For the handle here, it's done in a nice gunmetal. It's got a actually really nice like forged steel look to it. And for its articulation, literally none. It's a statue. We get, sadly, you can kind of shift the chain around a bit. Get a little bit of play value, which is cool to see. But outside of that, not much else. Alright, so for some quick comparisons, we have this NECA Spitfire GMK. Compared next to Woody riding him. Arnes took the Kotobukiya home, and I was going to call him, but he isn't answering his phone. So... Our bads? Our bads. Just to let you guys know, it looks pretty good next to other things. Final thoughts, I guess. So overall for the Kotobukiya Overlord Evileye, I'll let you take over. What do you think?
What do I think?
Well, it's your figure.
I don't know. What do we pay for? $140? That's how much she was?
What?
$147.
Oh, I thought you said 400. I'm like,
no, 147.
yes, but you still owe me money.
Fuck you. But overall, actually, it's not bad. Like I like how it comes with the Momonga's sword. So I mean, there's something there. Only thing, like, there's thing about statue. There's no articulations. There's no accessories. It is what it is.
Yeah, the nice thing about statues, though, you usually, like, for your price, you get a much larger figure.
Yeah, but because it is a statue, they put in a shit ton of details into this figure, and it's good details. I like how it comes out.
Yeah, 'cause I think for the price, because for most of my experience with Kotobukiya it's a lot of like the horror gal figures, and a couple of random ones here and there. And I feel like she definitely stands out. It's not my favorite head sculpt they've ever done. Like the way the head and the hair's done, I think I've definitely seen better on some of the other figures.
Yeah, the hair's a little like too much, maybe. But I do like how it like twists with the cape.
Yeah, I think like the design's fine, but I think the coloring, like compared to the body, like her body coloring is like very bright, same with the cape. But the way her hair and her face is, it almost kind of fades.
Yeah.
And blends in a little bit with the skin. And I kind of wish it would maybe stand out a little bit more to kind of replicate the anime better. But outside of that, I think for the price point, like you get a really nice stand for it. She is a fairly large figure.
Oh yeah,
especially for like how small of a character she is.
Yeah, she is a super tiny character, ain't she?
Yeah, she's a little bit on the petite side. So if you guys are a fan of Overlord, I would definitely recommend checking out this. I know another figure of her with her kind of like, it almost looks like she's like falling down on the ground.
Yeah, she has a different design clothes on it. Like somebody shattered her mask and she's taking the mask off, so maybe it's like a fight scene or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit more pricey if I'm remembering right off the top of my head. I think between the two,
it's $157.
It's about the same.
Looking at it, yeah.
Well, the problem is like Kotobukiya releases them stateside. I don't think that one releases stateside. So like, if it is available stateside, it's usually more money.
Really?
Yeah. Well, like her stateside was pretty much the same price as it was importing it. So.
No, she's a lot cheaper than importing it. Ooh.
Well, especially now. Like this thing probably would have cost you like $30-ish to probably ship right now, 30, 40. So if you're a fan of Overlord, I would recommend it. And between the two, from what I've seen, I think I like the way she's posed with this one better.
Well, the other one should still be on pre-order, so
yeah, like we'll get it here at some point. But between the two, at least right now, I'm kind of more sold on this one. If you're not that really into Overlord, though, I think this is probably a fairly easy pass.
You think so?
Like for me, like I like Overlord, but I don't think it's something that I really need like every character from.
Oh, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try.
Like I wouldn't mind an Albedo figure, but I would be more akin to buying like a Figma. Like if they made Figmas, I would buy all of them. But statue wise, I gotta be a little bit more invested in it.
My point is, I want at least one figure of each, right?
Yeah.
And there's no way I'm gonna pay $600 for Albedo holding a pillow. We're just gonna have to bootleg that one. I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
We're just gonna have to get the $40 bootleg. There's no way. Like, come on.
I'm not that opposed to that idea, to be fair. At least at that price point nowadays.
Because it's like $600.
Now I feel like I forgot like a reissue, but he did a little bit of a different story.
Yeah, even like that Arnes, like how when we were looking at him, he was $180. Now he's like what, like $220?
Yeah, well, was.
Yeah, it was.
Well, because I also think back then there's a lot of when their pre-orders are cheap, like they usually mark them down.
Yeah.
Then when they come out, it's regular price, and now he's like $500.
Like wow, should have pre-ordered him back then. Now we're gonna have to get a garage kit or a bootleg. We'll get the bootleg Figma. I mean, not Figma. The
Nendoroid. Nendoroid.
No, droid. The one that has a beautiful face that we seen earlier.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get my Rising of the Shield Hero stuff and be happy. But what do you guys think? If you guys picked up this figure, what's your favorite Isekai anime, or is Rent a Girlfriend?
Nah.
More your thing?
No. We need another anime, get stuck in an anime or overpowered character anime.
Oh, Overly Cautious Hero.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that one. Let us know in the comment section below. We also have an Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, and Facebook. Guys, like you go over the David channel and donate. Would greatly appreciate it. I also have a t-shirt mask shop. You guys like to check that out as well. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. See you guys next video. Bye-bye.